19th, it's one of the most anticipated matches in AEW history.
I'm cashing my chip in full gear!
The AEW World Champion, Jon Moxley.
Get in the ring with me. It's dangerous as all hell.
The generational talent, MJF.
For the first time in my life, I'm gonna earn it.
AEW presents Full Gear Live.
This is not a game. This is my life.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to AEW Dark. I'm Excalibur, joined, as always, by the Human Suplex Machine, Taz, and we are diving right into the action here tonight.
The following contest is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Dragging his opponent to the ring from Hearn, Texas, weighing in at 273 pounds, the Murder Hawk Monster, Lance Archer.
Lance Archer kicking off our broadcast here tonight, bringing his opponent Isaiah Brown to the ring and throwing him down that long ramp.
That's a tough way to go into the ring where your opponent beats the heck out of you on the way to the ring. But that's kind of what Lance Archer's done for a long time. He's a big, bad dude.
Lance Archer, the Murder Hawk Monster, kicking off AEW Dark here tonight in singles action. And Brown, man, Brown is in trouble, Taz.
Yeah, the match didn't even start yet, but he was getting whooped, man, by big, bad Murder Hawk Monster on the way to the ring. Well, look at Brown, look at this, look at this.
Oh, the springboard, the knee strike. That's what Brown needed. And now, Isaiah Brown looking to fly once again, but Archer, oh, man.
Nasty shot.
Now Lance Archer out on the apron, bringing Isaiah Brown back up to a vertical position. Oh, no. Oh, my.
Right on the back of the head.
Goodness. Damn. Archer just a choke slam from the apron back into the ring.
Shoulder and head hitting Matt really hard there.
And just a reminder, AEW Dynamite live tomorrow night, 8/7 Central on TBS from the Chartway Arena in Norfolk, Virginia. And then this Friday night, AEW Rampage will be live from the Mohegan Sun Arena in Uncasville, Connecticut. Tickets for these events still available. Still a chance to join us live for the AEW experience tomorrow for Dynamite and Friday night for Rampage. Brown sent face. Oh, what hilarious.
Shows you how quick the hands are of the Murder Hawk Monster.
Lance Archer making a statement verbally and physically here at the expense of Isaiah Brown.
Well, if Lance says this is his house, all right, we're
not
just
going to
visitors.
argue with him.
We're just visitors. We'll leave when you say leave. No problem, Lance.
I mean, Serpentico's been saying it's Serp's house lately.
I think that Lance Archer's eating meals bigger than Serpentico, but I digress.
And Archer charging in the big back elbow in the corner. Archer building up steam. There's a second one. And Archer, 3 in a row, just crushing his opponent in the corner.
Yeah. Impactful shots right there.
And Archer, so much intensity as Brown by the throat. Oh no, Brown escapes. That chop block brings Archer down to his knees.
That's what you have to do with someone the size of Lance Archer. You got to chop him down, bring down that big man.
Archer trying to work out that kinks with the back elbow. Staggers Archer a little bit back towards center. Archer walked into the boot. Now Brown trying to get his footing, but what a right hand sends Brown spilling the outside.
That was a shot, dude. That was just like getting hit with a big ham hock right there, right in the face.
And Archer just immediately on his opponent for as intense and aggressive as Archer. He's a highly intelligent professional wrestler, and that's what makes him the most dangerous.
I agree, and he has so much world-class experience from wrestling all over the world, as you know.
Yeah, Lance Archer just very recently returned from competing in the G1 Climax tournament in New Japan Pro Wrestling, and now center of the ring. This could be the Blackout Archer. Hooks the leg and scores the win.
Winner of this match, Lance Archer.
Lance Archer, just such a dominant force. Here's the Blackout, Taz.
Yeah, that's a tough landing. You're landing from such height. When a guy as tall as Lance and extends his arms, man, that's a big, big drop.
Well, Lance Archer victorious to kick us off here tonight on AEW Dark.
I think heels is one of those things where once you're in it, you understand how absolutely important it is. And I've just seen so many people gain happiness from being a member of heels. We've seen people who have been recovering from cancer. We've seen people with children. And we've seen people who have lost jobs. And that's the reality of wrestling fans, is we all have lives and we all have struggles. And I think coming together and being able to celebrate our wins and build each other up in our losses is really, really important. It's an awesome, awesome community.
Up next here on AEW Dark, the reality, Zach Clayton in singles action.
The opening contest is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first from the Jersey Shore, the reality, Zach Clayton.
Let me give you the reality here, Excalibur. I'm the first member of this broadcast team, and that is the reality, Zach Clayton right there.
I would argue that Dasha is the first member because she stands in the center of the ring. We're just here off to the side.
Listen, don't let the facts get in the way of a good story, my man.
His opponent from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, Shane Saber.
Big reaction for Shane Saber.
The local hero.
Local hero, but he's going to have his hands full with the reality, Zach Clayton. Great night of action on store on AEW Dark, but Zach Clayton not winning many fans here north of the border. By that, I mean the United States border with Canada, not the Canadian border with the North Pole. I don't know. Well, anyway, Clayton.
Man, that was a good uppercut forearm right there by the big man, Zach Clayton.
Yeah, Clayton walking into enemy territory here in Toronto, and not showing too much concern with the uppercut, driving Saber back to the corner.
Well, he's out of New Jersey here, this Zach Clayton. If you don't believe me, just ask him. He'll tell you all about it. He loves New Jersey, and he's proud of where he's from. And this young man, Saber, just got thrown into the buckle hard.
Was that less than Jake's song?
I don't know who that is, but okay. I listen to classic rock and whatever.
Whoa!
Oh, watch that.
Drop kick. Caught Saber cheating in. And great counter there by Zach Clayton, but Clayton got a little rock there.
Yeah, sometimes you do a drop kick, especially when guys come off the rope. It's hard for a guy the size of Clayton, but you could literally land on your own face and head on a drop kick, you know, if you do it right. And Clayton did do it right, and that knee was done right, too.
That diving knee drop right on the nose of Shane Saber.
Drop kick he did with shades of the model, Rick Martel, by the way. Canadian great pro wrestler.
Do you think that's why Clayton did it?
Absolutely.
Oh, Saber goes hard into the corner.
Powerful man. Hated in Jersey. I'm sorry, loved in Jersey. Hated everywhere else. He might be hated in Jersey.
Yeah, probably. And actually, he's from Albany, so who knows?
Well, that's a reason then. But
what's your quarrel with upstate?
Yeah, long story. But anyway.
Oh, we got time.
Look at this here. See, again, the power advantage, gutting the man. Clayton knows when you got your opponent in harm's way, you got to just zero in on him, zone in on him, and that's exactly what Big Zach is doing.
Yeah, but is Zach Clayton letting Shane Saber hang around for too long? I mean, because the more Clayton plays around, the more opportunities Shane Saber has to come back into this match and potentially upset Zach Clayton.
Listen, Mr. Excalibur, now, I don't have all the answers. I'm an elite color analyst, but I don't have all the answers to these questions.
It was more of a hypothetical. I mean, I wasn't. Oh, diving knee drop to the back of the head.
I know this much. That's
Good
tough,
night,
tough to
Shane
kick
Saber.
out of that. I don't think he's kicking out.
2.
Oh, wow. Shane. Shane Saber, otherwise known as. Good job.
Ow. Right. No, what'd you do?
His initials are SS.
Oh, it is. I thought that was just a vocal tick.
Anyway, Clayton now controlling the man. He's got to fix that grip. I don't like that grip that he's got on his hands. It's a gable grip, but the thumb's on the outside, and he hurt me. He went to an S grip. Good job, Zach.
Saber fighting up, firing those elbows into the midsection.
It's like I actually know what the hell I'm doing out here.
That's why you're the best color analyst in the game, Chad.
Thank you, sir. Front face lock, brutal hold, Excalibur. You know this.
I do. Can we just go home now? Now that I've complimented you?
But I'll tell you, that front headlock was done right. He might have, well, I thought maybe he choked his opponent out, because you could choke a guy out with a guillotine or a front face lock, front headlock. He didn't have the arm trapped either.
No, but Clayton, wow, just.
Wow. Jersey style.
Oh, wait. Shane Saber doing exactly as I predicted, Taz.
There you go, Shane.
The window of opportunity has opened, and Shane Saber is looking to dive through.
Speaking of dives, whoa, he got caught, went for a DDT there. It didn't work.
Clayton puts on the brakes. Fisherman Buster. Clayton covers and gets the win.
The winner of this match, Zach Clayton.
Impressive by the big man out of Jersey. Zach Clayton looking good right there. Let's take another look here. Fisherman Buster Jones, thanks for coming.
Just letting air out of a tire.
It's his initials. Well, Clayton.
Well, Zach Clayton victorious here tonight on AEW Dark.
That's right.
The Fallen Goddess, Athena versus Alexia Nicole, next here on AEW Dark.
The following contest is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Dallas, Texas, the Fallen Goddess, Athena.
Guys, you want to talk about an athlete that has made an immediate impact since her arrival here in AEW. Athena fits that bill.
Absolutely, Excalibur, no doubt about it. She is just, what a great reaction for this young lady. She's tremendous. She can do anything in this ring or out of this ring as an athlete. She's that good.
Yeah, Athena, a very potent combination of speed, power, and high-flying offense. And really, I mean, gives most every opponent fits. We'll see how she fares coming up here tonight on Dark.
Her opponents are in the ring, Alexia Nicole.
Alexia Nicole making her AEW debut here tonight on Dark. Athena and Alexia and Aubrey in the ring. And oh, look at this, Cazadora by Nicole into the arm drag. And Athena maybe a little stunned right there.
Yeah, definitely. Can't take anybody lightly, and I think Athena realized, oh, okay, this girl can do something out here. Let's be smart.
Toronto's own Alexia Nicole. Big reaction here in the T-Dot, as they call it, Taz.
Yeah, I'm familiar with it.
Okay, thanks. Alexia Nicole heads into the ropes. T. Harris takes down Athena, and the drop kick. Athena, this is not at all how I think Athena expected this to go. Alexia Nicole went for the cover. Athena, quick kick out though. And Alexia Nicole headed up to the top. I'm not sure this is wise.
No, I don't think it's wise either. You might be right.
Does not have Athena completely stunned, and Athena came flying in with that boot.
Nasty.
And Athena, a bit of a different reaction. I think Athena was expecting getting booed here in Toronto, but Alexia Nicole obviously very popular.
Yeah, she is very popular. She's about to also either get dropped on her head or her back or thrown over the top rope.
Oh, no.
Maybe none.
Alexia lands on her feet, comes in, looks for the Cazadora once again, but Athena
Well, I used to do that a little bit back in the day. Called it a wheelbarrow Tazplex. It's got some other funky name now. They changed all my moves names. But she did a great job on that, I have to say.
You're not going to charge her a royalty for that?
No, I won't. My attorney will, but I won't. But no, great job on that.
Well, it is well documented that you have the best representation that money can, well.
Yeah, just let's leave it alone.
Well, Lexi Nicole lands on her feet.
Oh, watch out here.
Roll up. Athena almost got upset there. And Nicole ducks under. Oh, the lariat, but could not avoid the high boot. And Athena grabbing the wrist of Alexia Nicole. Athena, center of the ring. Well, brings her over the top, almost like a lung blower from the shoulder, and Athena scores the win.
Winner of this match, Athena.
Maybe not the most popular result with the fans here in Toronto, but Taz, you can't argue with this. Athena is on a hot streak.
She is. I mean, she is. I mean, all of our talented ladies on our AEW women's roster need to keep an eye on Athena. And she's showing respect for this young lady here in her hometown. It's great sportsmanship. Reminds me of me when I wrestled. I was quite the sportsman, but I digress. Enough about me. Let's talk about you, Excalibur. You're just calling this move here.
Yeah, Athena rolling Alexia Nicole off the shoulder and scoring the win here tonight on AEW Dark. Great win here tonight for Athena, the Fallen Goddess.
What a great moment. I love great moments. I just love it. I got goosebumps.
He's very nice. He's very evil. Danhausen goes one-on-one with James Stone next here on Dark.
The following contest is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, from someplace far away, he claims to be over 300 pounds. He's very nice, very evil, Danhausen!
Danhausen returning to action here tonight on AEW Dark. Great reaction for him in Toronto.
Danhausen in the house. Danhausen, very nice, very evil. We know this. He's very nice. He's very evil. He's definitely near 300 pounds. His scale's in kilometers, I believe. Excalibur.
That's a unit of weight, kilometers.
Fair.
His opponent already in the ring, James Stone.
Oh, James Stone has I don't give a rat's ass look on his face. I respect that. Looks miserable, James Stone. Well, that's Danhausen, very unique individual.
But wait a second, Danhausen.
The bell.
The bell, yeah, I mean, remember, Danhausen at Dynamite, he was at the timekeeper's table when he got cracked by the hammer by Pac during that AEW All-Atlantic Championship match.
That bell ringing bothered him, I think. Look at him.
Yeah, Danhausen fixated.
He's like, he's got a different look on his face for a moment there, even though his face is painted, but still looks different.
James Stone, oh man, Danhausen putting the boots to Stone in the corner.
And now Danhausen, yeah, being ultra aggressive here.
Different side of Danhausen we're seeing here.
It's like a bat, but different.
A bat out of hell, perhaps.
Yes, bat out of hell. But yeah, and I think the timekeeper, the bell keeper, the bell person, the bell ringer, okay, better be careful not to get cursed.
Whoa, wow. Stone just knocking Danhausen's block off.
That was a nice shot by Stone.
Now raining down right hands on the head of Danhausen. I mean, Danhausen had the early flurry, but James Stone has come back strong in this match.
Yeah, don't turn your back, though, Stone. You got him going, man. Stay on him, buddy.
Danhausen up in the corner trying to clear the cobwebs. Stone lays in the chop right on target. Stone takes Danhausen across the ring, face first in the top turnbuckle pad, followed up by another chop. Danhausen in serious trouble here, just getting bullied by James Stone. And Stone once again mocking Danhausen, but as you said, Taz, not a competitor to be taken lightly is Danhausen. Stone charges in. Well, bypass German suplex. Stone had his own momentum used against him by Danhausen.
And again, that over-the-top intensity is coming out of Danhausen. I really think Danhausen, the belt, timekeeping, all that stuff, that really freaked him out because of what happened with Pac hitting him with the hammer, as you said earlier. Well, not earlier, but you know.
Oh, swinging on miss by Stone. And I know what you mean, Taz.
I know.
And now Danhausen, goes through.
Perfect. There you go. That's where you want to be. It don't matter how you get there. Just get there, son, and you did it.
Yeah, the left leg of Danhausen. Oh, wow, he got the submission win.
Got to tap out. He tear his shoulder up.
The winner of this match by submission, Danhausen.
Oh, don't ring the bell. Ring the bell. He's going to go crazy here.
Danhausen really bringing out the extra aggression to score the victory here tonight on AEW Dark. This is unlike any Danhausen we have seen before here in AEW.
Slightly angry, slightly affected by the bell. And he's very evil, we know that.
But also very nice.
Maybe not now, but yes, you are correct. At times he is.
Danhausen scoring the win here tonight on Dark.
When I beat you, I'm gonna earn it.
Tomorrow on TBS,
It's real!
Riho returns to face Jamie Hayter. Can Swerve and Our Glory win the #1 contender spot from FTR? Bryan Danielson takes on Sammy Guevara. Plus, Claudio Castagnoli and Wheeler Yuta.
Garcia, what have you done?
Battle Chris Jericho and Daniel Garcia.
Chris Jericho taught me how to win.
AEW Wednesday Night Dynamite, live tomorrow at 8 on TBS.
Serpentico with Luther in his corner takes on the Factory's Aaron Solo next.
The following contest is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first from South San Francisco, California, weighing in at 195 pounds, representing the Factory, Aaron Solo.
Guys, before we get into this match, I want to point out, I really just want to share something, observation. You know what I've learned here in my time in AEW?
That you're very lucky to be working with me.
You know what's the other thing I've learned here in my time at AEW?
What's that, sir?
That fans at our live events love nothing more than counting.
Yes, that's been wrestling, I think, for decades, right? They just love counting. It's kind of annoying.
Dasha, get them counting. Come on. Do something.
And his opponent, accompanied by Canada's own Luther. From San Juan, Puerto Rico, weighing in at 175 pounds, Serpentico.
Oh, the beautiful country that we are in of Canada. They got to be so proud that Luther is their hood ornament.
Well, I mean, you know,
Did you hear that? Their hood ornament.
Their hood ornament, as I heard. Oh, Serpentico tossed into the ring by his own partner, but now I think we know definitively, per the announcement of Dasha, that Luther's home kingdom, the Kingdom of Nye, is in Canada.
Well, that's not necessarily true.
Well, she called him Canada's own.
He was born in Canada in a box, a crate. Something gave birth to him in a crate. It was up in Calgary. No, actually, it was in Winnipeg, I believe. No, it was Kelowna, BC. You know what BC is, right?
Yeah, British Columbia.
That's right.
You sure it wasn't Newfoundland?
No.
Nova Scotia?
It's chilly there, bro.
Prince Edward Island? The Maritimes?
No. You know what? I can't stand you sometimes.
The Yukon territories?
Just trying to tell you what the deal is with Luther. Serpentico is not from Canada. And everybody's whispering.
Aaron Solo would like me to inform you guys that QT Marshall will not be accompanying him tonight. He's not here.
Well, I mean, that was obvious. Not sure why he made Dasha give that announcement.
Well, I think it's great to let the audience know what's going on. QT's a professional, as is Aaron Solo. And QT feels the fan base needs to know because they love him. And that's
really like to temper their expectations.
Correct. Solo right now in control here with that nice shoulder block. But I tell you, Solo's got to be careful because, you know, QT's not out here with him. Nick Camarato's not out here. You know, you got to be careful because you got Wackadoo on the outside there.
Also known as Luther.
Yes.
But inside the ring, Serpentico springs to his feet, dropkick, takes down Solo. And Serpentico, I mean, he could be a desperate man, Taz. He is rapidly closing in to be the first athlete here in AEW to suffer 100 career losses. I think Serpentico, that is something he would like to avoid at all costs.
Yeah, that's a... I don't know what to say to that. Yeah, but that's a lot of losses. Hold on a minute. We have a visitor.
QT Marshall, he's not supposed to be out here.
Yeah, what the hell's going on here?
Is he wearing white after Labor Day? That's great. It's a slate color. Kind of like your driveway.
Similar.
But different. Oh, Serpentico, that drop kick. Knocks Aaron Solo back. And QT jaw-jacking with Serpentico.
Yep. That's the thing. Now he realizes Luther's out there. Uh-oh.
Chaos Project embracing, already celebrating it. Oh, Luther with the assist. Sends Serpentico hard into Aaron Solo. Serpentico now somehow with the upper hand despite the efforts of his own partner.
That's good motivation. It's like me and you in the announce steps beforehand. Hey, you motivate
pop me up and you pat me on the head.
And top of the mask.
Yeah. Serpentico pushes Aaron Solo back off towards center. Now Serpentico, Tijeras brings down Solo, and then the running flatliner. Serpentico floats over, and just a 2 count though.
Serpentico, well documented, huge Boston Bruins fan, wearing their colors. Home of the Toronto Maple Leafs here.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's yellow. I thought it might have been a line, but
it's called Athletic Gold. It's the Pantone. So, I know my colors. Look at Solo.
That is not the name of the Pantone color. Okay. That may be the shorthand name for.
There's no reason to call me short.
Watch out! Oh, oh, like a QT Marshall, the cheap shot on the outside.
QT's dressed like he just left Chatham in Cape Cod.
He's got his boat shoes on.
I'm telling you, just left his yacht. What the hell's going on?
Well, Aaron Solo rolling Serpentico back into the ring. And, oh, but Serpentico gets the boot up into the face.
That's that momentum now. Oh, nice running clothesline. Serpentico running shoulder, forearm, knee, calf, quad, hamstring across the throat.
Anatomy Jones over here. Serpentico with the roll through, and then the kick to the jaw. Oh. Serpentico with the chance here.
Serpentico's going to soar through the air, my friend.
Serpentico collides with Aaron Solo on the floor, just like PMS 1235. Coated or uncoated, I don't care. Serpentico covered in athletic gold.
You're a psycho.
Wait, what is Luther doing on the outside?
Do whatever he wants. A Solo.
Oh,
snap suplex.
Canada's own Luther.
Luther's been hitting the gym in the native land of the Nye.
Schneebitz-Fernum.
The Schneebitz-Fernum of the Nye. Where's he from?
Native Schneebitz-Fernum.
Native Schneebitz-Fernum of the Bucket Hat Jones. Oh, what that?
Oh, Serpentico crashing on Aaron Solo. The cover, deep hook and nose. Serpentico almost got him.
That was super close there. Solo able to kick out.
Oh, QT with a cheap shot to the back of the head on Luther.
QT just dropping Luther.
And oh, that corkscrew kick that created the opening.
He's gonna get the win here, I think.
Solo covers and got the win.
Trunks and all.
Winner of this match, Aaron Solo.
QT so proud of one of the factory sergeants, I would say, Aaron Solo.
Well, Serpentico, unfortunately for him, drawing rapidly closer to his 100th career loss here in AEW, but Aaron Solo picking up the victory with the assistance of QT Marshall here tonight on Dark. Up next here on AEW Dark, Riho battles Jungle Kyona in singles action.
The following contest is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Shinagawa, Japan, Riho!
Riho, definitely one of the most popular young athletes here in AEW, making her return at Dynamite just a few weeks ago.
Her opponent already in the ring, Jungle Kyona!
And Jungle Kyona making her AEW debut, but a lot of history between these two women. They faced off multiple times before in the Stardom promotion in Japan, now bring their rivalry here to the United States. Jungle Kyona, for those unfamiliar with her, she's primarily known as a tag team wrestler when she was part of the Stardom promotion, winning both the tag team and trios championship, and as well as having those matches. Oh, Kyona went for that diving headbutt, and Riho goes for the drop kick. You can see these two women know each other extremely well.
Yeah, nice bridge out by Riho there. That's patented Riho. She's done that a lot. It's impressive. It sends a message to your opponent. You're not just gonna, I'm not just gonna kick out. I'm gonna bridge out, which is hard to do.
And Jungle Kyona, though, showing her strength, catching Riho on the attempted crossbody. And Kyona,
wow, nice fall-away slam by Jungle Kyona, no relation to Jungle Boy.
Nope, Jungle Kyona, she earned that nickname actually because after university she spent 2 years in Senegal, in West Africa.
Don't get hot. Just try to make a little joke.
I know.
It's my job sometimes. Try to have a little fun, Excalibur.
Levity Jones over
That's
here.
me.
And Jungle Kyona, handful of hair, sending Riho for a ride. I mentioned the shared history between these two competitors. Jungle Kyona, also very familiar with some AEW names that fans unfamiliar with Kyona may know of, including the AEW Interim Women's World Champion Toni Storm, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, Jamie Hayter, Legit Layla Hirsch, and most recently Sky Blue, as Jungle Kyona on her freelance excursion of the United States, now looking to make a name for herself as a singles wrestler.
Yeah, she's impressive. She's a strong young lady. You could tell what she's doing here. Nice. Right to the back of Riho. She might get her.
Yeah, Kyona with the cover here, near leg hooked, and Riho able to kick out.
Yeah, physical for sure. She's looking good right about now. Riho's in danger.
Yeah, Riho is somebody that, I mean, really has just connected and resonated with the AEW fans ever since day one. And for Jungle Kyona, despite, you know, all of her accolades as a tag team wrestler, for her to come up with the win here tonight, I mean, it have to be considered an upset.
I agree. I totally agree.
As Riho coming through, Tiger Feint kick, sends Kyona for a ride. Far leg hooked. No, Jungle Kyona able to kick out.
Dude, that was close. Jungle Kyona able to kick out impressively, by the way, because there was a lot of impact there.
And now Riho looking for that Northern Lights suplex.
Shut it down.
Yeah, Kyona, you see, got the wide base, lowered herself and prevented it, but Riho following in with the elbow strike. There's the Northern Lights, the high bridge.
Well, I like that. Even though Riho didn't get the win on the Northern Lights, I like that she went back to it at the right time, which was quickly after the first time she missed it, so it's a good job.
Now Riho ascending to the top. Jungle Kyona a little staggered by that, but no. Instead, she may be just playing possum. Caught Riho sleeping on the top rope. And now Riho
wearing her up.
Yeah, hammering down. And oh, did you see that? The trip.
Swept out her foot, I should say, while it was on the rope.
The trip by Riho and the diving stomp. Jungle Kyona goes down.
Got to try and get a cover, Riho. Got to get a cover now. You got to hurt.
Got Jungle Kyona stunned as Riho climbing to the top, could be looking for the diving foot stomps. Kyona avoided contact and a big elbow strike.
Might have knocked her out.
Yeah, Riho got rocked by that one. And now Jungle Kyona. Oh, wait, no, Riho.
Put that guillotine there.
The hanging guillotine. You saw Riho adjust her grip, and now the cover. Riho.
That's tight, dude. That is in tight. Legs in and everything.
But Jungle Kyona doing a great job carrying the weight of the smaller opponent.
It's hard to do. Someone has a tight guillotine like that on you.
Yeah, you start seeing stars. Things start fading, but Kyona.
Strong girl, man.
Yeah, big vertical suplex. And Jungle Kyona sliding lariat. takes down Riho. The near leg hooked once again, and Riho fires that left shoulder up off the mat.
See the frustration in the eyes right there.
But Jungle Kyona doing a tremendous job here in her AEW debut here on Dark, standing toe-to-toe with the former AEW Women's World Champion, Riho. And Kyona just comes in, big clothesline in the corner.
Kyona now setting up Riho to possibly try to finish her off here with something.
Jungle Kyona
maybe muscle
buster.
Shades of Samoa Joe possibly here.
As now Riho in serious trouble. No! Instead, Riho comes back in the flying knee strike.
Crazy counter.
Riho using all of that agility to land on her feet to escape calamity, and the diving foot stomp. Riho like a javelin of lightning from heaven, and no, Jungle Kyona kicks out.
What a kick out there. Bloody lip, I think maybe the lip is busted of Riho, right? Yeah, it sure is, or a tooth or something.
Yeah, very physical matchup, but Riho,
she got it here.
Came in hot and scores the win.
The winner of this match, Riho.
That was a physical battle between two competitors that know each other extremely well. But Riho ultimately scoring the win here tonight on AEW Dark.
Penta El Miedo, Rey Fenix, the Lucha Brothers take on the Workhorsemen, JD Drake and Anthony Henry, next here on Dark.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, at a combined weight of 453 pounds, the team of Anthony Henry and JD Drake, the Workhorsemen.
It has a real World Baseball Classic type feel to our broadcast here tonight. I mean, we've got competitors from Canada, Japan, Brazil, Mexico, United States.
And Brooklyn.
And the Workhorsemen as well.
Or North Carolina. Well, that's where...
That's J.D. Drake and Augusta, Georgia for Anthony Henry.
Lucha!
And their opponents, accompanied to the ring by Alex Abrahantes, at a combined weight of 409 pounds, the team of Penta El Miedo and Rey Fenix, the Lucha Brothers.
Tremendous reaction for the Lucha Brothers here tonight, but Rey Fenix and Penta in action tonight, but Penta El Miedo, a massive opportunity coming up tomorrow live on Dynamite, where he will challenge AEW World Champion Jon Moxley live from Norfolk.
Great reaction here for the Lucha Brothers for sure. Penta and Phoenix. Jacksonville going nuts here.
Yeah, this should be a very good, very interesting tag team battle.
Definitely a clash of styles we're about to witness, probably.
And, you know, the thing, though, about... look at Penta getting right up in the face of Anthony Henry. The thing about the Workhorsemen, though, is that J.D. Drake and Anthony Henry, style-wise, complement each other so well. They both hit like the Dickens, to borrow a phrase.
Yes, that's a borrowed phrase. You got it.
But Anthony Henry has the speed where J.D. Drake just has the brute force, the raw power.
Yeah, and it works well. But with the Lucha Bros, you got to be careful. The speed kills, and they're both super quick.
We've seen a little bit of disagreements on the side of Death Triangle, the AEW World Trios champions. But I think Rey Fenix especially doesn't feel like Pac has to resort to the lengths that he's been going to, using the hammer for the ring bell in order to gain advantages in his matches.
Yeah, it's definitely, you know, Pac's kind of, in my opinion, running to the beat of his own drum in essence. What he's been doing, kind of taking shortcuts here and there, and Lucha Bros don't seem to dig it too much.
Yeah, but despite whatever the disagreements in between the members of Death Triangle may be, they still are champions.
And impressive champions. And right now, tell you what, Penta's in a lot of trouble here. Henry's got him rolling. There's a tag. Tagged himself in. JD Drake tagged himself in.
Oh, just a clubbing lariat across the shoulder blades. Henry with a kick to the midsection, swinging neck breaker by JD Drake into the cover.
JD's as we know, Excalibur, big, strong, raw bone dude, man. Type of guy, he's sitting next to the bar watching a baseball game. He's pounding beers and he just decides to punch you right in the face. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's maybe a baseball game where it's 3-2, top of the sixth. Now Ray Fenix springs in, elevates over JD Drake. Anthony Henry got dropped right there. And JD Drake, though, sent it Fenix into the top rope. Anthony Henry using the momentum against him, flying knee strike there. And Henry, the elbow driven into the jaw, pinned to the cover, and very nearly an upset there.
Yeah, that was close. Great tandem transitions and teamwork by the Workhorsemen. And now JD smart, single out Phoenix, tag in your partner and get rolling here.
And this December, All Elite Wrestling returns to the great state of Texas for 3 straight events. The first on Wednesday, December 7th, the HEB Center just outside of Austin and Cedar Park. And then winter is coming, DFW Metroplex, Curtis Caldwell Center in Garland on Wednesday, December 14th. And then San Antonio at the Freeman Coliseum, Wednesday, December 21st. Tickets for all 3 events available right now, AEWTIX.com. Oh, the thrust kick, and now made in Penta. Plants Anthony Henry, 1, 2, Drake. Oh, he shoved Fenix into the pile to break up the pinning predicament.
That good strength by Drake to push one of his opponents to break up that pin. Oh, God.
Oh.
Man, what a double shot with those super kicks.
And Anthony Henry in a world of trouble here. Lucha Brothers planting Henry and scoring the win.
Winners of this match, 2/3 of the AEW World Trios Champions, the Lucha Brothers.
Well, the Lucha Brothers victorious here tonight on Dark, but what will the story be tomorrow night? Live at 8/7 Central on TBS when Penta El Zero Miedo challenges Jon Moxley for the AEW World Championship live from Norfolk, Virginia. We will find out the answer to that question and so many more in just 24 hours at Dynamite. Emi Sakura and Serena Deeb take on Taylor Rising and Casey Spinelli next here on AEW Dark.
The following contest is a tag team match, set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first from Ichigaya, Japan, Emi Sakura. And her tag team partner from Oakton, Virginia, Serena Deeb.
Taz, this tag team of Emi Sakura and Serena Deeb, 2 of the most experienced, 2 of the most technically proficient, and 2 of the meanest members of the locker room here in AEW.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'm not quite sure how these 2 got together to work as a unit, but it's definitely, it's pretty cool. You know, you think about the submission abilities and all the holes that Deeb will apply and all of the experience that Emi has and how dangerous she is. High impact offense and her experience, like I said, well, both these ladies actually a lot of experience. They're a deadly duo.
Yeah, I think Serena and Emi's opponents are going to have their work cut out for them.
Their opponents are entering the team of Taylor Rising and Casey Spinelli.
Not terrorizing, Taylorizer, right?
Taylor Rising.
Oh, yeah. The other one would never get over, but I hear you.
This is like we come back to that chestnut at least once a year.
If it's there, I'm going to eat it. That's silver, buddy. I love nuts.
It's the holiday season.
That's a gift, guys.
Oh,
a gift. What do you call it?
No, please continue. So you're saying it's a GIF.
GIF.
A GIF, a GIF, but what you did was an audio thing, and a GIF is the graphic interchange format. It's a visual medium.
They could put a font over it that says,
I see.
Taz enjoys pistachios, but right now, Deeb, you know, is in control. Please do what you get paid for and call the action, damn it. For damn sake. Knuckle lock here. Deep. Popping that elbow with a foot.
Oh, you made me Muttley. Serena Deeb in control. With a hammerlock in tight.
Yeah, she's all the weight of her upper body. Deeb was on that hammerlock on that arm. You couldn't see because the long hair of her opponent, and then locks in that headlock, perfectly done with that S grip. Her other elbow's tight to her ribs, her own ribs, meaning Deeb.
And you see Deeb, though, dropping down to one knee, adding even more pressure, wrenching on the neck of her opponent.
You could tell just by technique in the way a wrestler, male or female, in grabbing holds, who's trained properly, who's not, to be honest. Obviously, Deeb.
Yeah, I mean, the head of the Deeb dojo.
Yeah.
Serena Deeb, and now Casey Spinelli tagging in, seeing her first action.
See what Casey has here now. Maybe Emmy's going to see the action now, tagging in.
And Sakura, the toe kick to the ribs. That is a rough way to spend a Tuesday night on YouTube.
Emmy biting the hand. And Emmy, as we know, very unorthodox style. Power here.
Yeah, Emmy Sakura just hoisting up Spinelli, dropping her down the backbreaker.
Impressive.
And Emmy Sakura, look, cover. Oh, wait, no. Instead.
Oh, the T gimmick. Oh, wait. Spank City. The hell?
Please don't disclose my undergarments, Tess.
My God. Oh, that's funny. I worked with a guy once. I won't say his name. Anyway, look at KC.
Taylor rising to the top, diving crossbody. Emmy Sakura goes down.
Taylor, she's got control here, and she's got Emmy hurting a bit. Oh, going for a body slam.
But you see Emmy getting her vertical base wide. Instead, brings Rising around. And Taylor Rising.
Yeah, Rising landed on a face hard, and then KC got nailed. Oof. Stinging chops. Taylor's getting popped here.
Emmy Sakura teeing off on Taylor Rising. And now Sakura diving crossbody in the corner. And Taylor Rising, maybe Taylor descending here if this goes on for too much longer. Serena Deeb slides in. Comes in for a pinning predicament. Instead, rolls through. Sits back on the neck of Taylor Rising. Captures the wrist.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, yeah, Taylor Rising trying to fight it off, but Serena Deeb cranking back, applying the downward pressure on the neck. And Taylor Rising on the verge of, oh wait, Casey Spinelli laying in shots deep. Serena Deeb finally eats a third strike and forced to let go. Serena Deeb got rocked by that thrust kick. And yeah, Taylor Rising very disoriented, but now
Casey's coming in.
Yes,
he does not look happy, and I don't blame her.
Full Nelson attempted. Spinelli, what was
did a little pump Jones up in the air thing, and it didn't work.
Yeah, she saw a semi-truck passing by, tried to get the, but wait a second, Deep tucks. Spinelli just got dropped. And Serena Deeb maybe thinking Serenity Lock as Emmy Sakura caught
Taylor Rising there, and now
caught in the Dragon Sleeper and the Serenity Lock. Double submission, double victory.
The winners of this match by submission, the team of Emmy Sakura and Serena Deeb.
Man, what a mean streak between these two, Taz.
Yeah, no, I told you, it's a unique pairing. It works.
Victorious tonight, Serena Deeb and Emmy Sakura. Absolute Ricky Starks goes one-on-one with Nick Camarado next here on AEW Dark.
The following contest is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, accompanied by The Factory. From Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, weighing 289 pounds, Nick Camarado.
Big time main event here on AEW Dark. Nick Camarado, who each week seems to add a new piece of flair to his attire.
Yeah, it's got that lavender boa around the neck. He's got the lollipop. He's got the awkward-looking top hat. Nicky Boy is
the rope chain.
He's got the rope chain. Thank you for that observation. Yeah, Nicky Boy's a little.
Is a unique individual, Taz.
Yeah, he's very special. It's more of a Gucci chain, by the way. That's not a rope chain. It's Gucci, for real. It's a style. Google it.
You want to talk about Gucci, Taz?
Gucci.
Bam, bam.
Great ovation here for Absolute Ricky Starks.
The opponent from New Orleans, Louisiana, weighing in at 210 pounds, Absolute Ricky Starks.
Absolute Ricky Starks at AEW Rampage Grand Slam from Arthur Ashe Stadium just a few weeks ago. Picked up a huge victory, though it won't count in the record books, but still a very important victory over his former friend, his former partner, Powerhouse Hobbs, in that unsanctioned lights out match.
Yeah, it was a battle. It could have went either way. Ricky was able to get the victory. So Ricky, you know, obviously he's competed against a lot of bigger, stronger guys. He was just named former, as they were both Team Taz members, as Ricky's having his own wrestling match with that chain on his neck.
Well, while we have this time,
just leave it on, Ricky. Go for it, bro. That's all. That's how Ricky rolls.
While we have this time, I want to remind fans that AEW Dynamite live tomorrow night, 8/7 Central on TBS from the Chartway Arena in Norfolk, Virginia. And then this Friday night, a live AEW Rampage, 10/9 Central on TNT, as we make our debut at the Mohegan Sun Arena in Uncasville, Connecticut. A huge week of AEW action here. And whoa, Starks landed a shot on Camarado.
Well, I was saying earlier, I was trying to get out, was the thing is the power thing with someone like Camarado, similar to obviously Powerhouse Hobbs, big, thick, strong guys. Ricky can take, he's resilient. He can take that, a type of shot like that from a Camarado. Trust me, he can deal with it.
Starks looks for the trip. Camarado able to avoid it. And
again, there's that strength I just mentioned of Nick.
And wait, Ricky Starks lands on his feet. Another open hand shot.
Those are big shots for sure. Nick put the brakes on.
Yeah, Nick Camarado really dug in those heels. Prevented the hammer throw from Ricky Starks. And, Camarado, just an uppercut.
It's rare that you see someone interrupt the Starks pose deal there, but that worked by Camarado.
And you know it's got to infuriate Ricky Starks.
Yeah, he's got to deal with this massive, powerful cat right here.
Camarado gets taken out of the ring by the leaping shoulder tackle by Ricky Starks.
Yeah, that momentum definitely dropping Camarado out of the ring. And smart by Ricky to go out after me. You got to be careful, because you do have Solo and QT Marshall on the outside. And remember, the Factory tried to help Ricky. They wanted to help Ricky dealing with Hobbs back when, right? And Ricky basically told him, go pound salt. Remember that?
I do remember that. I remember when QT Marshall wrapped that wristwatch around his fist and tried to break the teeth of Ricky Starks. All under the guise of helping Powerhouse Hobbs.
But Hobbs didn't want any help. Well, he felt like the Factory couldn't get it done, and Hobbs took business into his own hands. But, you know, Ricky sealed the deal by getting that victory, as we talked about, in Queens at Arthur Ashe at Grand Slam.
Now Nick Camarado driving the shoulder into the midsection. Ricky Starks, I mean, we've seen in this match a lot more aggression out of Ricky Starks, but Camarado just so strong. It's such a difference maker.
It is. No, it is. Anytime you're dealing with someone the power and size of Nick Camarado, you got to try and use your quickness, keep him on the mat if you can.
Oh, wait, QT again, a cheap shot. The right hand fired in from QT Marshall on the floor.
That's an expensive wristwatch right there, my friend.
Yeah, and I think Ricky Stark's very lucky that the wristwatch wasn't wrapped around the fist, and now there's Aaron Solo getting into things.
Former buddy, they were roommates back in the day. They were tag team partners.
They certainly were.
For the AEW years, obviously.
Yeah, but now that has all fallen by the wayside. The Factory is just looking to punish Ricky Starks.
I could picture a lot of your former roommates wanting to beat you up. Oh, listen to this chance, a new one.
Don't think we'll be putting that one on a t-shirt.
I love Toronto. It's a great chant.
And Nick Comoroto scoops up absolute Ricky Starks and plants him back down with the body slam.
Ricky's in a lot of pain here. Oh, boy.
Leaping elbow drop from Nick Comoroto. Leg hooked, but Starks able to kick out and
fighting from underneath.
And I think Starks, those shots, he knows he's not going to damage his opponent, but maybe he can antagonize him, throw Nick Comoroto off his game with that.
I've been in that position that Ricky's in. You know, if you're down and out and the guy's pounding on you, you gotta try and do anything to fight from underneath and just do anything to maybe get lucky, get a lucky shot, get some momentum, slow down the other guy's offense.
Starks very unsteady on his feet. Comoroto pursuing him to the corner. Then the hammer throw. Oh, Starks, man.
Face first into that bottom buckle.
Ricky Starks going hard into the corner. Nick Comoroto just in the driver's seat right now with the assist from QT Marshall and Aaron Solo.
Yeah, absolutely. Look at Nick. He just built like a battleship, bro. I mean, you know, just a massive, thickly built dude.
He certainly is. And he's driving the flat of that boot into the face of Ricky Starks. And look at QT once again.
Man, QT going low. Low Brow City. Everybody hates this guy. God.
And QT again, just walking off, acting as if he hasn't done anything. But
maybe there was some residue on his fingers. I don't know what was going on there.
Maybe some perspiration from the hair of Ricky Starks. But oh, Comoroto overcommits.
Well, that's the way you got to be careful if you're Comoroto. If you let Ricky build some, fire going here, he will bring it. He will bring intensity.
Yeah, we know Ricky has what it takes to put away bigger opponents.
Oh, no, he
Grand Slam.
Definitely does.
Comoroto once again overzealous. Starks with the shot in the corner and now running back elbow strike.
Smart. You got to leave your feet to get this big guy off his feet. There you go. Good clothesline there by Ricky.
Yeah, Starks threw his entire body weight into that one. And Comoroto maybe overcommitting Starks. Nice DDT. He had to reach for the top rope, but he still rebounded and he planted Nick Comoroto.
Good job by Starks there.
Absolute Ricky Starks regaining control. Nick Comoroto may be in trouble here.
Oh, look at Solo on the boot of, the ref don't see it, on the boot of Ricky.
And that's what, I mean, the Factory has really done a great job of using their numbers to catch the referee off guard.
Oh boy, that might be it.
Starks got planted and no.
Yeah, Ricky really got driven hard in the middle of the ring. These guys having a battle here.
Yeah, you see Starks clutching the back of his head after getting driven down by Nick Comoroto there. Ricky Starks in trouble. And the numbers, man, really against Ricky Starks in this one. Nick Comoroto.
And the end might be near here.
Could be thinking that water wheel drop. No. Look at that. Starks grabbing out to the top rope.
It's dangerous. Oh.
Starks. 1, 2. Comoroto reverses. And oh, look at that. Comoroto grabbed onto the ropes. And referee Bryce Remsburg caught him.
Referee Bryce Remsburg upset, and rightfully so. He caught Nick red-handed.
Oh, jawbreaker by Starks. And oh, Nick Comoroto hoists him up. Crucifix bomb by Ricky Starks.
Ricky's trying to get moving. Here it is.
Starks on the hop, the spear. And the high boot for Aaron Solo. Oh, QT.
Wow, again. Uh-oh.
Swing and a miss. Thrust kick there. QT gets taken down.
Good momentum right here for Ricky. Again,
Nick Comoroto.
God.
1, 2, and oh, so close. Ricky Starks, what heart. And
oh, the referee.
Yeah, Bryce Remsburg just ejected the factory from ringside.
Thrown out. Camarado, he's trying to argue it, saying, what are you doing?
Well, the factory gonna hit the showers, and now it's up to Nick Camarado to get this done by himself.
They're going to the back. I don't know if they're gonna shower. But I get your drift.
Wait, oh, Ricky Starks.
Oh, can he do it? He's got him. Oh, boy.
Oh, Starks, the powerbomb. 1, 2, 3.
Gonna pull your britches up.
Winner of this match, Absolute Ricky Starks.
I love what Ricky did right there. He called an audible. That's what great competitors do.
What a hoist. What a lift by Ricky Starks.
Well, first this was the DDT here. And then he ends up wiping out Solo and Camarado. But right here, he had to regroup. He changed his mind.
Yeah, just sits out with the powerbomb.
Knocked the chain off him, ripped his trunks off him.
Ricky Starks
rough.
scoring the win here tonight in our main event at AEW Dynamite. Like, oh, the spear by Starks after the bell. Well, Taz, now I'm going to remind everybody that AEW Dynamite live tomorrow night, 8/7 Central on TBS, coming your way from the Chartway Arena in Norfolk, Virginia. For myself, Excalibur, for Taz, for Tasha Gonzalez. We'll see you tomorrow night at Dynamite.
2 years ago, double disqualification. 2 years ago, double countout. 2 years ago was the worst night of my life.
2 years ago, double disqualification. 2 years ago, double countout. 2 years ago, it was the best night of my life.
Ladies and gentlemen, the rematch live from Daly's Place.